Well, hi there, food friends. It's Kevin.
I'm Marianne behind the camera.
And welcome to Cavalcade of Food. And today, sister girl, we're going to make a side dish. Okay?
Okay.
And we are going to make green beans Parmesan. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
So, we've got, not sure when this will actually post on YouTube, but we've got Easter coming up, don't we?
Yes.
And of course, other holidays throughout the year. A lot of people like the traditional green bean casserole, right? With the cream of mushroom soup and the French fried onions.
Yes.
So, and it's great. And I'm not sure if I've made that here on Cavalcade of Food before. Well, regardless, this is a nice alternative, a little change up from the traditional green bean casserole that maybe you might serve at the holiday time, or really it's good any time for that matter. So it has some of the same ingredients as the green bean casserole. One thing it doesn't have is the cream of mushroom soup. That it does not. But it does incorporate Parmesan cheese and onions and yummy stuff, okay? It's not a complicated recipe, which is also something we like, right?
Right.
So, the first thing you do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees, which we've done. And then we're going to come in here, Mir, and we're going to put it all together sort of in a saucepan on top of the stove. Then we turn it out into a baking dish. Well, people will see how it all comes together. Tablespoons of butter there, and the butter has been browned. I love brown butter. You have to be careful though, because you don't want to burn the butter. But when it does turn brown, it gets a really nutty kind of aroma to it. I put in a half a cup of chopped onion. And we're going to saute those in the pot here until they're tender, okay? So a couple minutes. They don't have to get real brown, but we will come on back. So these onions have sauteed. They're soft. So we had 2 tablespoons of butter in here, Mir. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of flour. You know what I'm doing?
Going to make a roux?
Yeah, that's right. We're going to make a roux. So we're going to cook that flour here in with the onions and the butter. Get it all mixed in. And, you want to go about a minute on this flour because you want to make sure there's no raw flour here. And that we've cooked sort of that raw flavor out. But, you've got the butter, which is our fat, and then you have the flour, which of course is the starch, and that's going to help thicken. So, like in a regular green bean casserole, you use cream of mushroom soup.
Right.
We're sort of making a sauce. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I've also got a half a teaspoon of salt and a quarter teaspoon of pepper. I'm going to put that in here too while we're cooking out our flour. And I love to heat up that pepper a little bit. I think it makes it more peppery. All right. So now we're going to take, Mare, I've got a 1 1/4 cup of milk here. Okay? Stir that in gradually here. And I want to do it because I want to really break up that flour so that there's no lumps. Please do not use skim milk here, folks. 2%'s okay. Whole milk's even better. You really want to rich it up, you could use half and half. But, okay. So we're going to bring this up now, Mare, to a simmer and thicken it. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna keep on stirring. Again, what I want to do is I want all that flour to dissolve, and there was even a little onion goodness on the bottom of the pan, and that milk will even help to glaze that a little bit for more flavor. Okay, once this is thick, we'll come back. Okay, Mira, this is bubbling away, and it's gotten nice, and see how it's coating the spatula?
Yeah.
Can you get that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you want. It's thickened up. I'm going to turn the heat down. It's sort of medium low here. Okay. You know what's not to like there. All right. So now, we said this was green beans Parmesan,
Yeah.
right? I've got some freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano. How's that?
Okay.
Let's call it a 1/4 cup, okay?
Okay.
We're going to put that in the mix, and we're going to melt that right in to our sauce. Oh, look at that now. See how it even thickened up more
Yes.
with that cheese? Okay. Now, Mira, let's show our friends our green beans. This is a cooked and drained 1 pound, 16-ounce package of frozen green beans, okay?
Okay.
You want them French, use that, fine. These are just a beautiful thin green beans. If it's during the summertime and you've got fresh green beans, by all means, but I would just say blanch them first in some boiling water for a couple of minutes and then take them out. Don't put them in raw, but just give them a quick blanch if you're using fresh green beans. But we've got this, so we're going to put the green beans in here, and I'm going to turn the heat off. And something that I like to use in my sort of traditional green bean casserole that I'm going to put in here, this is an 8-ounce can of water chestnuts, drained and chopped. Because you know what those will do, Mare?
Give it some crunch.
Yes, give it a nice little crunch here and there. Water chestnuts don't have a particularly lot of flavor, but they do have a nice texture. Okay. Okay, look at that. So, we've got our green beans there in the sauce, and then let's come over here, Mare. I've got a baking dish, okay, and we are going to, let me give that a quick spray while I'm thinking of it, just in case. I don't think it'll stick, but just let's hedge our bets. Okay. Try to get this so our friends can see what's going on here. Again, this is a great dish to have if you're doing a ham, if you're doing a turkey, I don't know, even a roast would be nice with this. This is also a nice dish for, it is not vegan, but it's vegetarian. So we get the milk in there, but now, how's that? Now, sure, that looks good, doesn't it?
Yes.
But we're not done yet. We're going to be right back. We're going to make a nice topping for this. And we'll get it on in just a second here. So, now, Toots, we're going to make the topping, okay?
Okay.
For our green beans Parmesan. So, let's show our food friends what we've got. I've got, by the way, if you have one of these little mini choppers, these are so handy. And one thing that they're handy for is what we call fresh or soft breadcrumbs. So use fresh bread. In this case, I had whole wheat bread on hand. So this is, Mare, about a good cup, I would say. But 2 slices, okay, of 2 slices of whole wheat bread, okay? You got white bread you want to use, that's fine. Then more Parmesan, because why wouldn't we, right? So another 1/4 of a cup of Parmesan, freshly grated. Look, if you don't have that, my hands are clean, by the way. Marianne can attest to that, can't you, Toots?
Yeah.
You could use the stuff in the green can, all right?
Yeah.
But it's not, I mean, it'll work. You won't get quite the Parmesan punch that you use for this, but if that's what you've got, and you can't get a piece of Parmesan cheese to grate, then go ahead and use that stuff. 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Okay, and we are going to toss this around. So, breadcrumbs, Parmesan, butter. Yep. Now, we are going to just sprinkle this over the top of our green bean casserole. I love green beans. Okay, so I'm looking forward to this. All right. Okay, there it is. That'll make a nice little topping. Again, did I say 350, Mare?
I'm not sure.
I think if I didn't, I'm saying it again. 350 degrees. Follow me, Marianne. We're going to put this in our oven for 30 minutes, and then come on back for our green beans Parmesan. Well, okay, here it is, honey. Take a look. 30 minutes in the oven. Yum. And does it smell great? So I am just going to get in there. Look at that. It's hot. Put a little plate here. And nice little side dish. And I want to make sure I get some of that sauce. Yes, please. Now, for people who don't want to eat their vegetables, you give them something like this. You're getting the what I like about the green beans actually are, they're what I would call, I know it sounds like an oxymoron, tender crisp. But they have still a little bite to them. And then you get the water chestnuts with the crunch. And then you get sort of that toasted breadcrumb on the top, Mare.
Yeah.
So good. And then that Parmesan-y cheesy sauce. Ooh, this is a winner. So, anyways, all right, I'm going to stop eating, I promise. if you're looking to change up your green bean casserole for the holidays, this is it. Let's come in one more time there. This really, I think this would probably feed easily 8 people nicely with a generous portion. And yeah, it's a nice side dish. Again, ham, perfect. Turkey, a roast, and you know, side dishes have sort of come into their own recently, the past few years. It was always about the main event, like the turkey or the ham or whatever, or the standing rib roast, but now a lot of people, I know people who just want all the sides. And so this is another great side to include. That's a thank you to my sister for working the camera today.
You're welcome.
And Marianne, I do have a website. Do you know what it is?
Is it cavalcadoffood.com?
Yes, ma'am. cavalcadoffood.com all day long. And that will connect you to all the videos. That will connect you to my other YouTube channel, Always Analog. That'll connect you to my Saturday morning radio program, Cavalcade Radio Hour, and so much more. So you can go there. Most of all, thank you for spending some time as I made this little dish here, green bean parmesan. And I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Happy spring, everybody, and we'll see you back here real soon on Cavalcade of Food. Bye for now.
Bye.